for a date night with my boyfriend. I already had makeup on once today, but it just felt kind of heavy and sweaty and gross, and I wanted to take a shower, so I'm going to show you a quick makeup routine for when you have to run out the door, like when you ain't got time. I'm not naked, by the way. I'm waiting for my clothes to dry, and I have a towel on, but I'm not naked. I promise. There's a bunch of little kids walking by the front of my house, and it's like really awkward. But the first thing I do always is moisturize my skin. This is my favorite. It's the Ole Henriksen C-Rush Brightening Gel Cream. It's pretty pricey, but it's amazing. I love it. I have super dry skin, and it's just really good. Like, honestly, truly, I love it. So I always do that, and then you want to give it a few minutes to like sink into your skin. You don't want to go straight on top with like primers or whatever, because it'll slip around and just be a mess. So be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back with clothes on, and I love using this stuff. It's really affordable. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose Primer Water. It's like a dupe for the I actually have it too, the Smashbox primer water, but I like the rose scent better than this scent. It's like centering citrus, and I don't like it very much, so I don't use it that much, clearly. And then I go in with my tried and true, it's broken because I dropped it, but I have another one, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I use this on all the brides, well, the bride and bridesmaids that I used at the wedding, and it worked good for all of their skin too. I just took too big of a glob. I really like it. And I just put that directly over the primer spray and rub it all in, and it just makes a nice even base and fills in the pores that I have in my nose and cheek area, and it's kind of leaves a tacky base, so it helps your makeup to stick to it and last longer. I have my damp beauty sponge, and when I just like the softer, like not as heavy coverage, I use the Wet n Wild Pump Makeup Blocker. It's like a BB cream, and it has the worst applicator ever, so if you buy it, just know that this is the worst, but it really makes your skin look more even skin tone without being really heavy. And this looks like a lot to apply, but it's not. It's really sheer coverage, so. And then I normally just go in with one more additional layer in my cheek area where I tend to have more redness, and then on my chin where I have acne, and build up just a little bit of coverage right there. And you'll notice that this has like a really dewy finish, but if you don't like that, you can set it down with powder and it'll look normal, like matte or more natural. This makeup look that I'm doing would be really good for like if you're going to school and you have to, you know, get ready quickly in the morning, or work. If you put that much effort in, I do not. Next, I'm gonna go in with a little concealer to brighten up the under eyes, but I don't like a lot because if you get too much coverage, it'll look weird to have it like just under your eyes. So I kind of just dab it, and then if you have like a pimple or anything, you can put it over that as well. I'm using the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. So just take that with not a super heavy hand. And then before I set all of that, I'm gonna go in with the rest of my cream products because creams do not sit very well on top of powders. So I'm gonna take, I just got these recently, but I really like them. It is the ColourPop blush sticks. This is in the shade, I don't know, not a clue. And just kind of stipple it on. So I apply it directly to my brush, swipe it on. If you do it directly on your face, it can look kind of crazy. So if you're not super familiar with cream products, I would never go directly on your face because you'll be a little overwhelmed and it's really hard to blend out. If you're used to it, go for it, but I am still learning, so that's how I do it. Next, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. liquid highlighter. I think it's called like the jelly highlight. And if it looks a little crazy, don't worry, you can blend it out with your beauty blender or beauty sponge. After you have your liquid products on, before you go in with powder, you want to make sure that you don't have any creasing where your concealer has settled or foundation or anything like that. Once you set up the powder, it's set and really hard to fix. So if you don't want to set any creases, I would recommend going back through with an additional last check. And I find that loose powder is a little too heavy for this BB cream. It doesn't like to set on it very well. So I just use like a regular old-fashioned pressed powder. We're gonna add some additional powder blush to kind of brighten up anything that might have been covered by the powder and bring that back to the surface. I like the Ulta brand in the shade Peony. Then we're gonna go in with our Hoola bronzer, tried and true, and warm up the face really quickly with a big fluffy brush. Doesn't have to be super precise or like a contoured line or anything. And then don't forget to hit the sides of your nose. So yeah, we're almost done. Glossier Boy Brow to kind of thicken these bad boys up. as with the liquid highlight, I'm going to bring it back to the surface with Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight. You want to set it. I like this setting spray. It's the Morphe setting spray, and I like it because it melts all the products together. Like, you can be having a really cakey looking day and spray that stuff, and I swear it like saves everything.
So I forgot to film an outro, but basically all I did was throw on some mascara and a lipstick by Maybelline in the shade Baddest Beige, and I ran out the door. I was not playing when I started this video, and I said, like, I had to go. Like, I didn't have any time, and I rushed out the door. So this is it.
As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!